Good day, dear viewers. You are welcome once again to your favorite program, The Conversation, coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekujumi, and I have with me in the studio Comrade Pope Olaja, popularly called African Pope. Comrade Pope, you are welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Ekujumi.
Yes, thank you very much,
Happy
Comrade Pope.
Democracy Day.
Yes, same to you. Today is Nigeria's Democracy Day, June 12, 2024. Going back historically, on June 12, 1993, Nigerians, devoid of ethnic and religious bias, went to the polls in an election that has been acclaimed as one of the freest and fairest in Nigeria's democratic history. That election was between Chief M.K. Abiola, a Yoruba man, and his running mate, Alhaji Babagana Kingibe, a Kanuri man from Borno State of the Social Democratic Party, against Alhaji Bashir Tofa from Kano State and his running mate, Dr. Sylvester Ugo, of the National Republican Convention, NRC. And that election held despite every sectarian attempt by the then military junta of General Babangida to thwart the democratic process. Recollect that the transition program under military dictator Ibrahim Babangida retired has been described globally as the most expensive transition in human history. That was a transition program in which General Babangida will ban today, will unban tomorrow, will ban again in the next day. The man was just playing games.
Build secretariats for political parties.
He decreed two parties into existence. But lo and behold, on June 12th, it was a day that usually every year it rains. But on that day, not a drop of rain anywhere in Nigeria. The government even didn't want the election to hold. It was the American government who issued, an alert that they will not tolerate any further postponement of that election. And so General Babangida was forced to conduct that election. And that election held, while Nigerians were waiting for the outcome of the election, the rest, as we all know, is history. The winner of that election, former President Moshood Kashmir Olaole Abiola, was arrested for insisting on actualizing his mandate, and he eventually died in the Gulag under General Abdulsalam Abubakar. The circumstances around his death has not been explained to Nigerians, but we are all suspicious that he was poisoned or he was killed. So today we are looking back into history, looking at the contributions of Nigerians, both living and dead, to ensure that that day became a reality. We must salute the courage and tenacity of the Nigerian people, who, despite the trauma of a transition program that had no direction, just insisted that the military must go. And there we are 25 years after. We have a democratic, a system in place in which it is still running, though it has its challenges. But we can thump our chest and tell those who have gone before us that, look, we fought a good fight with you. We are proud of your sacrifice, and we can assure you that we'll keep the torch while running. So, Comrade Pope.
The June 12th election, we know, was a watershed in Nigerian history. Yeah. Like you rightly observed, it was a unique election. The method adopted then was option
A4, yes.
Where everybody queued.
Queued, yes, for your party. The party you wanted to vote for.
You queue, behind whether your candidate or the poster of the candidate yes. you want to vote for.
Oh, yes.
And everybody was counted.
It was like a party where I voted.
So it's nothing hidden.
Yes.
So it wasn't possible for anybody to manipulate any figure.
Any figure, yeah.
Because 1, 2, 3, we all knew, there, and it was fun and unique in the sense that was the first time, such a thing will happen. An election that was, I saw so clearly, free, I would say free and fair, yes. And without any form of acrimony, no fight, no
ballot snatching,
nothing,
no thumb printing.
But unfortunately on June 23rd,
1993.
1993, IBB criminally and treasonably annulled that election.
Against the provisions of the Constitution in which he had no power. Comrade Pope, that election reminds me of the 2023 presidential election when results were still being collated and former President Olusegun Obasanjo wrote a letter advising President Muhammadu Buhari to cancel the election, knowing fully well that President Buhari does not have that power. It tells you clearly the character of former President Obasanjo.
So unfortunately, Babangida annulled that election. And the aftermath of that election are things we are still dealing with today.
Absolutely.
You know, I can tell you that before that election was annulled, Nigeria was, Nigeria was in, the unity was strong. Nobody cares
where you come from. Yes, all your religious inclination. Nobody gave a worry about that.
But after, so we now started, people now started rethinking Nigeria.
Yes.
Rethinking Nigeria.
Absolutely, I agree.
Then people now retreating to their shell.
Enclaves, yes.
Enclaves, to thy tent, O Israel.
Nigeria now.
Yes. So
Nigeria.
it was aftermath of that you now have groups like the self-determination
groups emerge.
Yeah. Then a lot of other revolutionary movements, they emerged.
The annulment of that election shook Nigeria to its foundation.
Even it's still shaking it today.
Yes, it's still affecting
because Nigeria has never remained the same.
Absolutely.
After the election. So economically or what have you. So therefore, it's quite unfortunate that, Mr. Babangida is still alive today.
He's still alive, yeah.
I know God keeps him for a purpose, to see the evil he committed.
Committed against Nigeria and against God.
Against God in his own lifetime.
In his own lifetime.
In his own lifetime.
And Comrade Popola, quickly, I also must make you recognize that we cannot commemorate Democracy Day without giving credit to whom it is due. And that is former President Muhammadu Buhari.
No, you see, even Buhari, against all odds, for him to recognize, we've been celebrating the June 12th anniversary.
Even though Obasanjo and co were trying to say Democracy Day is May 29. You said that's your own day, but Nigerian people say it's June 12th.
June 12th. And in fact, we must give kudos to him, to Muhammadu Buhari, for not only recognizing the day,
but even recognizing the winner
by giving him the
highest national honor in Nigeria.
Yes. So we must credit him for that.
History has recorded that.
Yes, of course. Against all
expectations that a military man will come and do this.
Do that. So we must give that to Buhari, because it's not just about economy or whatever. He did that one beautifully, and history will not.
History will never forget
that. So but again, we must even give kudos to the sacrifice made by Abiola. Himself.
Yes.
Because I think was a very successful businessman.
Yeah.
In fact,
a philanthropist of no mean repute.
If he had agreed to say, okay, let us run another election.
Yes,
they will agree. Perhaps he will still be alive today.
Yes.
But again, the position where history, placed him today, he might not be there.
He will not be there.
Maybe he must have died.
Comrade Pope, one of the things I remember Chief Abiola said he told his children when they came to him. He said that, I don't want history to just throw me into the dustbin. And Chief Abiola made one statement that is still profound till tomorrow. He said that the only thing that will take the mandate from him is death.
It's death. And we believe that the man was killed.
Yes.
Because of course they knew that there was no way he would have been released. And he will forget the mandate. He gave them that clear.
He made it very clear position. It's either the mandate or you take my life. You choose one.
So and of course, Abiola, then the family, Kudirat Abiola, his wife.
The wife, yes.
Then millions of Nigerians too, that stood.
Yes. Millions of downtrodden Nigerians.
Yes, ordinary Nigerians.
That sacrifice.
That sacrifice, And, you know, in fact, it was, the struggle was interesting. But nobody was doing it because of any gains or whatever.
Course.
And, you know, people were killed, some were jailed, some, you know, some maimed.
Yes.
And so, in fact, we give kudos to Nigerians. And it shows that the power of people's will, that if people decide the direction of what they wanted,
and they are resolute about it.
And they're resolute and ready to make sacrifice, they will certainly get to that. So I must give kudos to Nigerians, particularly those who pay dearly for the struggle. But unfortunately, most of the guys who occupy the political offices today were not part of that struggle.
Of course, absolutely. That is a treason.
They were not part of the struggle. Except, in fact, today I can say, besides President Bola Tinubu,
who was one of the heroes of that struggle,
and Uba Ahmed of Kaduna
State.
Uba Sani,
yes,
governor of Kaduna State.
Yes.
You know, were very active at the level of CD.
I remember very well.
In fact, I even remember one of the protest of June 4, 98 or thereabouts. You know, he came. When we got to Evans Square, we were driven from Yaba. We got to Evans Square. You know, you had to jump the fence there and run like... so it's all fun. So, except the two today that actually participated in the process. Some of them, and that is why some of them, you know, see this thing as just an avenue to amass wealth and satisfy, you know, themselves.
In fact, I was opportune to be a guest lecturer at a June 12 celebration about 3 years ago in Lagos Island, organized by the Lagos Island local government chairman, then Mayor Kamal. And I was surprised when I heard the roles played by taxi drivers, market women, CDA. I said, that was a struggle that encompassed everybody was on it.
Everybody was on it.
I was a young boy then. And, you know, whenever I'm going out, my mother will be praying that God will let you come back. Because I told her that this struggle is our life. We will not surrender it.
You know, some of us who have even left university then. And in fact, every day we will resume at Campaign for Democracy
office. Yes. It was either distributing one leaflet
or
honestly.
So, and you see, everybody was involved. Everybody.
No matter where you come from.
No matter where you come from. Not even, no matter your status.
Yes, both rich and low. Everybody was just angry.
Although the business people, some of them could not come out.
Yes.
Because of their business
interests. But they were supporting us underground. Yes, absolutely.
And some of them staked the whole thing.
Everything,
you know,
yes.
Came out.
Yes.
I will give kudos to the Nigerian people. And we know that to even sustain this democracy, we need such spirit.
Yes.
You know, to sustain it. And thank God this is the longest...
democratic train so far.
So 25
years unbroken. Democracy.
So it is, to sustain it requires the collective responsibility and collective operation of all Nigerians. Because it's our own...
It's our baby.
It's our baby.
Yeah, and we must not reach it.
And we must not allow charlatans, you know, to mess it up.
Thank you very much, Comrade Popola Ajayi, for your submission. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the truth is out there that Nigerians must continue to keep faith with democracy. There's no alternative. People should stop listening to whatever anybody is saying. If you ever experience military rule, you won't wish it for your enemy. So it's on this note we want to, you know, call it a wrap on this first stanza of the program. We'll be right back. Please continue to watch the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.